Hi, I'm Mick Bellevue, and today we're going to be shooting the CETME rifle. CETMEs are battle rifles that were produced in Spain starting in 1957, and they're basically the brainchild of German engineers who fled Nazi Germany after the collapse in World War II. They use a roller locking system that was originally used in the MG-42 German machine gun and an experimental German assault rifle. It's a very strong locking system. It's not gas operated. It's actually a recoil type system. And it works very well, though there's a very long bolt throw associated with it. These guns are imported by Century International Arms, CIA, in St. Albans, Vermont. And they're not actually Spanish CETMEs. They are manufactured from a mix of Spanish parts and new US made parts. Unlike the original CETMEs, they're in 308 NATO. And these guns are in many ways similar to the Heckler & Koch G3 battle rifle used by the German armed forces. There are some subtle differences, but a lot of the parts will interchange. So this is a semi-automatic 308 caliber 7.62 NATO battle rifle that really reaches out there and touches them. And I've made a few changes to it, and we'll talk about those in just a second. All right, this is not your daddy's CETME rifle. As you can see, we've changed out the regular buttstock for this Tapco extendable M4 type stock. And one of the primary reasons I did that was because the regular buttstock, nice as it is, I'll just show you. Here's the original buttstock, which is just fine. But as you can see, it has nowhere on it to attach a sling. And that's a problem for me. I think a tactical rifle needs to have a sling. The Tapco stock gives me the option of a conventional sling swivel or this M4 type arrangement, which I like, with a quick release type sling. The front, because this is standard G3 type stuff, so as you can see, it's got a G3 sling ring, so it uses standard G3 hooks. The other thing that you'll notice on this is that the rear sight's been cut off, and we've got this tactical 4-power scope on. And the way we can do that is because the CETME, like the G3, accepts a G3 claw mount. So this claw mount has a Picatinny rail on it, which allowed me to mount a scope. Now the problem I had on this is the first time I sighted it in, the scope just kept going forward under recoil all the way down the receiver. So I had a gunsmith put some stops in. So there's a TIG welded spot right here. You can see, TIG welded spot right there. And there's another TIG welded spot right here, and that's going to keep this claw mount solid. Here's a better look at the Bsa Tactical Scope mounted on the G3 claw mount with the Picatinny rail. This is a 4-power tactical scope that's actually made for AR-15 rifles by Bsa. It's fairly inexpensive as these things go, from cheaperthandirt.com, and it really has an excellent dot reticule system, so you can work at different ranges very accurately. This is a Tapco stock that we had talked about. It is a M4 type stock. It has 5 adjustable positions, 5 detents in the stock. I usually use the second one, which gives a length of pull that's just perfect for me to look through the scope. But any size arm can find something that works with this stock. These are the controls on the CETME. I mean, it's a very comfortable pistol grip. One thing I don't like about the controls, though, is that fire is up and safety is down, and that's exactly the opposite as you'd find on an M16. And to me, it's awkward to use. I'd much rather have down for fire, but you got to deal with what you got. So let's take this thing out to the range and see what it'll do. This is a 308, so there is some noticeable recoil, but it's not bad. The rifle is very controllable. G3 magazines fit the CETME, and they're readily available. These are aluminum G3 magazines. They're nice and light. very reliable, and they only cost $1 or $2 a piece. You can easily get a big supply of these and be very good to go for the zombie apocalypse if that's what you need it for. I think this is an excellent, affordable battle rifle, and it hits pretty hard. We'll take a look at what it does against an Evil Roy system action target. 308, 150 grain, full metal jacket, military round. Alright, that was from 50 yards with full metal jacket military ammo, and the Evil Roy target system handled it very well. And we'll finish up with some rapid fire.